So the Wall Street Journal got a hold of numerous documents that indicate Epstein arranged multiple meetings with a long list of celebrities after he served time in jail in 2008 for having sex with underage girl. At the time, he was a registered sex offender. The news outlet says it can't verify the meetings because it only has access to a diary of them. So some of those people, one of them is William Burns, director of the CIA, met with Epstein in Washington and later visited his townhouse in Manhattan. CIA spokeswoman Tammy Cooperman Thorpe claims they had no relationship and, quote, the director did not know anything about him. It's the CIA, really? Other than that he was introduced as an expert in the financial services sector and offered general advice on transition to the private sector. Also, the president of Bard's College had invited Epstein to the campus along with young female guests and stated it was for a school donation. He said, I was an unsuccessful fundraiser and actually the object of a little bit of sadism on his part in dangling the philanthropic support. He says that was his relationship, was trying to get donations. Also on the list was former President Barack Obama's White House counsel, Catherine Ruemmler. She had dozens of meetings with the infamous pedophile. She asserts that her relationship was purely professional, telling the Wall Street Journal, I regret ever knowing Jeffrey Epstein. It's being rumored that Epstein connected Ruemmler with Ariana de Rothschild, who is now chief executive of the Swiss private bank Edmond de Rothschild Group. And others were reportedly lining up to have a sit-down with Epstein as well, of course. Also, Professor Noam Chomsky. I know some people know of these people, but, it's getting out into the mainstream media. Noam Chomsky, a noted Marxist author and political activist, was on that list. He was scheduled to fly and meet with Epstein in 2015. Chomsky contends all they spoke of were academic and political subjects. Sure it is. So here's some more people. I know it's a much bigger list. I'm just saying this is, making its way out into the mainstream media. So also, this goes on to say that more details about how Jeffrey Epstein groomed his victims are surfacing. It appears he used a long list of influential contacts to arrange his abuse of underage victims. He used the powerful people he was intermingling with to further facilitate his sex trafficking scheme, whether those people knew it or not. He was using everyone around him to create this facade of legitimacy. That Brittany Henderson, one of the attorneys for one of the Epstein accusers, said that. And then here's the next page. And also some people may have seen Representative Tim Burchett. He was on Newsmax on Monday. He's a representative of Tennessee. A Republican said that the flight logs of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein aren't being publicly released because too many of his colleagues would be involved. So for all those people that, want to keep distracting everybody onto other, that this is all a conspiracy, yeah, right. So I'm going to read straight from his quotes. Quote, too many of my colleagues, I'm afraid, are compromised in this area for whatever reason, he said. Somebody whispered in their ear saying, hey, you don't want something to come out on something else. You better keep your mouth shut on this. That's exactly what they've done. And it continues to go on, whether it's the honeypot the Russians used to use or something worse, I don't know. But you see that up and down the line. You see good conservatives vote for liberal policies, and frankly, you see some liberals occasionally will vote for something else. So obviously, and this is also continuing the quote, so obviously the Congress has been compromised, and this continues on through the White House, through the Justice Department. The trash can is very deep. It's not a swamp, it's an open sewer. Yeah, and it really stinks.